All right, with that, I believe we have Congressman Chris Smith, Republican from New Jersey. Let's go ahead and bring him in. Congressman, it's great to see you. Thank you for joining us this evening. I want to start with some new polling out from Gallup. It shows the U.S. Supreme Court with a historically low approval rating following its decision to uphold the Texas law. The poll found only 40% approve of the court. That's down 9 points from July. Does this give Democrats more leverage in their effort to remake the court?
I would say absolutely not. The court, like Congress, sometimes gets very low ratings. I mean, we're probably at the bottom of the ratings chart as House and Senate. But the protection of unborn children from the violence of abortion, whether it be decapitation, dismemberment, chemical poisons, we need a national debate on abortion like we've never had. We have fought it on the issue of funding, and sadly the abortion president, Joe Biden, wants to fund abortion on demand. And the new bill that just passed, as you know, on Friday, is right up until birth, unfettered access to abortion, and all of the state laws, like women's right to know, parental consent, waiting periods, even laws against pain-capable unborn children to protect them. There's several of those laws. All of them would be eviscerated, would be overturned overnight. So this is the most extreme congressional bill ever.
Congressman Smith, it's great to see you. Along those same lines, what about the midterm elections? That same Gallup poll found an increasing number of Americans see the court as, quote, too conservative, maybe not to add to the argument of changing the makeup of the court, but could this maybe hurt Republicans in their goal to retake majorities in the 2022 midterm elections?
Well, traditionally, the party in power, the White House, have a hard time holding on to the midterms. We have many, many good candidates who are running across the country. We did far better than was predicted last time. We were supposed to lose the number of seats, and we're up to 212, so we are within striking distance, and it is 50-50 over on the Senate side. But I think people are growing increasingly fed up. The Rasmussen poll, which in my opinion is the best poll, I follow it every single day, been doing it since it began. I remember when Bush was running, the numbers that they come up with, particularly on the election, are usually right on. Well, they have Biden down at 40% positive, which is really at his lowest level. Other polls comport with that, but I think it's telling a story that this extremism that they have embraced, whether it be at the border, the exodus out of Afghanistan, which makes us less safe. Even Leon Panetta, Obama's former CIA and defense secretary, said that we're at greater risk now because of that botched exodus. And we left Americans behind. And that, to me, is one of the most unconscionable things. I've been in Congress 41 years. I never, ever, ever thought a president would leave Americans behind in a war area, in a contested area. And he did, and it was by design. So that is troubling beyond words. And I think the American people, I was out in my district over the weekend, again, like I always am, and the feedback is they're fed up with the extremism on the part of this administration. And Congress is going right along with it. Can you imagine $3.5 trillion for what? It's just, we're tinkering on bankruptcy. We don't have that kind of money, and the tax increases will depress economic growth, will lead to job losses throughout the country, in my state and elsewhere. So there's very serious issues that they are embracing with a bear hug, and it really is Bernie Sanders. This is his budget that we're voting on, and I will be voting no on that $3.5 trillion.
All right, Congressman Chris Smith of New Jersey. It's a big week for all of you up there. It's go time for sure. We appreciate you taking the time with us this evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me on.